Hello and welcome to my third review of the Epson Runsense SF-810. On this video I'm going to pick up on a couple of areas worth talking about since my last review. These are general things that I found whilst using the watch. First area to focus on is the GPS. The watch prides itself on its awesome GPS accuracy. The distance is measured right down to 100th of a second. That's pretty accurate. But it doesn't seem to measure up to my Garmin. It repeatedly maps short distances on all of my runs. Whilst looking for GPS positioning when starting a run, it takes a while as well. Against my Garmin it's poor. Even after starting in the same place pretty much from day one, it's still significantly slow. Surely it's learnt where I am by now. This is very annoying given I have a short window in which to get my run in, as due to juggling work, children and obviously my wife's training regime as well. The only race I've done using the watch as well went wildly off course when starting and stopping, as this was just outside a boat hangar, which was the finishing line. Other than that, I can see that it maps my runs pretty consistently. Bike format. Although primarily a running watch, it does also have the ability to be used as a cycling watch as well, and I've used it a couple of times, mainly to see how the heart rate monitor performs. The ones that I've done both had mixed results, with the heart rate not taking readings repeatedly. To use it as a bike function, I simply used it as I would for a run, but when it came to uploading, I edited the sport type to cycling, and it converted all the data to miles per hour and so forth. When uploading to Strava, I simply did the same thing. I switched the sport type to ride, and it was able to get the full analysis that I needed. Battery. Another function that Epson prides itself on is the good battery life, and I've been really impressed by the results. I've only had to charge it twice to full capacity since I've had it. I also did a quick 15 to 20 minute charge before a run, and it went from 0% to 30% within that time. Just enough to get my run done. Tap function. I set this up so that I can simply tap the watch face and it will give me a split time in my run. As I use Strava quite a lot, I like to try and do a lot of the time segments that have been set up by other users, and I thought that the tap function would be a great way to start and finish a segment and give me a real-time view of how I did. Whilst the function did work really well in that instance, it also has the annoying tendency to tap itself repeatedly over the course of my runs. I'm guessing this is due to general vibrations. It also went off wildly when on the bike, as you can imagine the bumps I went over. The app so far that goes alongside the watch, in my opinion, is not very good at all. Whilst I have no problems in connecting my watch to the app to upload the data, it does take a little while longer than I'd like, but I have no experience of this with my Garmin, so I can't say if this is the norm. I have rarely used the app to analyse my run data, as I am so biased towards Strava, as I have used that app since day one, well before I even had a GPS watch, and as I used to use my phone to record runs. Its interface is so user-friendly, and I'm so used to it that it's hard to break away from that. Epson, in my opinion, will need to work hard to get this area right in order to make a mark on the market, unless they decide to focus time and effort on the watch and accept that third-party apps are the way forward. But hey, that's not for me to decide. I can see that Epson have made an attempt to make the app more user-friendly and a bit more straightforward to use by creating a home landing page that gives better navigation to the areas of the app, but underneath it's still the same old slow app. Overall, with all its pros and cons that I am still learning, I can actually say that now after 3 reviews I have stopped using my Garmin, and that is something I didn't think would happen. So the love is there, but it's just how much have I got to give Epson? Who knows? Until next time.